What's up, everybody? You're in the machine. This is springtime yoga. You can tell because we're out here in the beautiful Arizona sun and the beard is gone. And it might be a little early, yeah, but it's a fun way to make our cold weather yogi friends really jealous. This is a pretty unique flow. Might be some transitions you haven't seen before. We're going to do some balancing and some stretching. No sun salutations, though. We're giving the shoulders a little break. Let's do it. If you're someplace warm, get outside and enjoy the sun. If you're someplace cold and rainy, well, stay inside and cry, but still do the yoga. Let's find our way to the middle of the mat, tabletop pose. However you like to get there is fine with me. Palms on the mat under the shoulders, knees on the mat under the hips. Let's start out with some engagement of the core to neutralize the spine. That's going to include your pelvic floor, your transverse abs, your back, and your diaphragm. Everything in the middle squeezing together to make you solid. And then let it all relax. Slop it around a little bit. Let's do just a few cat-cows. So find some stability. Inhale, cow. Let that tummy drop. Shoulders back, chin up. Exhale, cat. Tuck the tailbone. Scapula apart. Chin down. Rounding the spine. Inhale, cow. Drop the stomach. Lift the tailbone. Lift the chest. Shoulders back. Chin off the chest. Just a few of these in time with your breath. Set the pace for your breathing with these cat-cows. Always exhaling when we close the body and inhaling when we open the body. The top of that cat, see if you can't push another 1/4 inch and then let it all hang. After your next cat, let's drop it back to center, neutral. Let's shift a teeny bit of weight to the left. Push that right leg back. Circle the ankle a few times. Try to square your hip. So if you feel like you're lifting that knee out, just point it down, pigeon toes. A few different directions, maybe a snap, crackle, pop of the ankle, that's cool. Let's push that straight right leg back, curl the toes, and drive a little bit with your palms to stretch the calf. Keep the core engaged. Keep driving the mat. Let's bring it back up and over and off to the left. So set it down behind and to the left of the left leg and give it a little push. Should start to feel a stretch on that outer hip. And then maybe drive with the right and look for that foot, little side body stretch on the right. Remember to breathe. Ignore the chickens who are celebrating because they must have laid an egg. It's all part of the outdoor experience. Let's bring it back to center, set it down, other side. Shift a teeny bit to the right. Shoot the left leg back. Few circles. Try to keep the hips square. When you think it's square, it's probably not square. So give it a little more of a turn down. And then a few circles with your ankle. Little Rice Krispie sound. That's okay. Let's push it back. Curl the toes. Drive. Stretch that calf. Push into the mat with your palms. Scapula still together, as always in yoga. Let's bring it back up and off to the right, off the mat, behind and to the right of the right leg. Another little push, stretch of that outside right hip. Feels kind of like a pigeon pose. Just not quite as deep because we're not warm. And now go ahead and drive the left and look over the right shoulder. Try to find that foot Side body stretch on the left. Breathing the whole time. When we're even, let's bring it back to center. Set it down. Find that neutral tabletop. Curl the toes. Floating table. Drive and use the core to take those knees off the mat, just a couple inches. And now hips up, hips back, bear pose. Feet are parallel, knees in front of hips, stomach pushes toward the thighs, arms are straight. Should feel like a down dog in the upper body. Now let's lift the hips, straighten the legs, drop the heels, just one down dog. Might not feel that great. It's okay, we're only here for a couple more breaths. Let's bend the knees, look forward, step it up. Nice and easy. Lazy forward fold. You can have your feet together or apart. Do what you want with your hands. I like to grab opposite elbows because it adds some weight, adds some traction to the pull on the spine. Head is heavy. Shake it yes and no and maybe. Alternate bending the knees if it feels good. Let's do just a few half lifts. So fingers down, bring that back up till it's flat, scapula together. Doesn't matter how high you have to go to get this, as long as it goes flat. Exhale, fold it, shake it out again if you need to. And let's inhale, flat back, scapula together, chin off the chest, lengthening through the head, looking down, not forward. Exhale, fold it again. Inhale, half lift. Scapula together, back as flat as it can be. Maybe like a 90-degree angle between the legs and the torso, but it doesn't have to be. If you got to be up here for a flat back, good for you. Nobody cares. Exhale one more time. Try to straighten the legs this time. And now let's inhale, rise up. Salute that beautiful sun. Hands, heart center. Shake it out if you need to. Let's get started on this flow. Top of the mat. Mountain pose. We're going to inhale up. Exhale. Hands, heart center. Set it down to a nice, easy chair pose. And now shift the weight right with control. Stepping the left leg back. Find a high lunge. Crescent Anjaneyasana. If you have to work on the width a little bit to have balance, go for it. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight. Let's reach up and try to settle in. The first one might be a little tight. It probably is a little tight. Try to have shoulders over hips, back leg is straight, even if that means you're up out of the lunge a little bit. Take the right hand, swing it down. When it gets to the hip, let the left hand go. Revolved side angle. Back leg straight, front leg bent, reaching up. Breathing. We're going to sweep the right hand and drop the back heel. Warrior dog. Hands go to the upper left corner of the mat. Upper body is like a down dog. Lower body is like a warrior bee. Settle in. We're just kind of familiarizing ourselves with the flow. We'll pick up the pace here, I promise. Let's bring the hands back close. Step up. Make sure your front foot is pointed toes to the front of the mat. Step up. Malasana, Yogi Squat. Kind of at a 45, upper left corner of your mat. Just settle in. We're setting up a half moon pose. Settle in, feel it. You might be up off the heels. If so, no big deal. Take that right hand, reach out in front of the right foot, left hand up. Easy little twist. And this sets up our half moon. So lift the hips, shift the weight, lift the left, and here we go. half moon. Right side down, left side up. Keep lifting that left foot. Keep twisting that left shoulder up for 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Face the side of the mat. Star pose. Forward fold. Feet go parallel, pointed to the front. Take a minute. Inhale, up. Halfway, then all the way up. Toes go out, heels go in. Goddess pose. Settle in and relax. Knees in opposite directions, as low as we can be with the hips without bending forward. Gonna reach up, sweep the right arm, reach the left arm, little side stretch here. And now, automatic side angle. Set the arm, straighten the leg, ta-da. Remember to breathe. First one we can do with a little brace here while we warm up. But we'll up the ante, as always. Let's straighten the front leg and reach. Face the back of the mat, triangle. Don't have to go very low the first time. Maybe just grab the shin. Right arm up, look up. Make sure you're not being blinded by the sun. And now let's look down. Reach down. If you can keep the leg straight, good for you. If you need to bend it, just as good. I'm going to try to engage the front leg. Bump the back leg up, standing L. Straight front leg, working that hammy. Fingertips down. Chest up. If you have to be flat and your hamstring lets you do it, that's fine. But if I can start lifting, maybe even floating the fingers, then I'm a pretty big deal. Still trying to square the hips. When you think they're square, turn them even more. Peeling the toes. Let's step it down. Sweep it back. Chair. And repeat on the left. Hands heart center. Settle in, nice and easy. Right leg back as we shift the weight to the left. Finding high lunge, Anjaneyasana, crescent. Adjust your width if you need to. Nothing wrong with that. Reaching up. Front leg bent, back leg straight, aiming to have shoulders over hips, and then we still try to tuck the tailbone, but with all this psoas tension, it's probably not going to tuck very much. And let's sweep the left arm when it reaches the hip. The right arm goes. Revolved side angle. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Try to drop into the hips as we warm up here. Try not to lift them. Sweeping the left, spinning the right heel. Warrior dog. Reach upper right corner. Upper body is like a down dog. Lower body is like a warrior bee. Settle in. Squeeze that knee back towards your shoulder. If you feel like your left knee is really pointing out, squeeze it back toward the body. Let's bring the hands up. Toes pointed forward, more or less, and step it up. Malasana. Yogi Squat. Turn your toes out as much as you need to. Might be a little, might be a lot. Settle in. Enjoy the shape. Find the breath. Back is straight, probably not vertical. And now let's reach left, out in front of the left foot, right up. Little twist sets us up for half moon. So I'm gonna reach the left, shift, lift the right leg, half moon on the left. Keep actively peeling the toes back and lifting the right leg up as you try to turn the chest to the side. And now let's set it down nice and easy. Star pose. Toes forward, feet parallel. Forward fold again. Settle in. Hands can go where they want. Maybe you want to grip and pull. Maybe you want to wait till we're warmer. Up to you. Let's bring it up halfway. And then all the way, heels in, toes out, goddess pose. Low as you can be without bending forward. Remembering to breathe. Hands go where they like. Let's reach up. And then sweep left down, up and over with the right, little side body stretch. Setting us up for side angle. Left arm, left thigh, turn and straighten the right leg, reach up. Side angle. Remember to breathe. And let's straighten that left leg, bring it up, triangle pose on the right. Reach down as far as you want, but stay sideways. When we start facing down, it's pyramid pose, really cool pose, but not the one we're doing right now. Open that chest, 2 straight legs. You can always adjust your stance depth if you need to get a little bit higher here. And now let's look down, reach down. If you can keep the front leg straight, good for you. If you need to bring it back, that's just fine. Let's kick it up, standing L. Remember, when you think that hip is level, it's probably not. So turn it down a little bit more. Fingertips, maybe float it. And when you're ready, foot to foot, back to chair pose. Let's shake it out really quick and then pick up the pace. Inhale, reach. Look at that beautiful sun. Hands heart center. Bend the knees. Find the chair. Now that we know the sequence, we'll pick it up a little bit. Try to time it with some more breath. Shifting right. Stepping back left. Anjaneyasana. Maybe a little bit lower this time. Swing the right. Then the left. Revolved side angle. Drop the back heel. Reach up and left. Warrior dog. Hands in. Stepping it up. Malasana, 45 degrees, facing the corner of the mat. Right hand out in front of the right foot. Left arm up. Shift it a little bit, maybe some weight to the right hand. Left leg up. Engage the left leg, keep lifting it higher, peel the toes, open the chest, and then set it down. Quick star pose. Turn the toes forward, forward fold. Let's find a grip this time and hang out. So whatever grip you like, maybe it's behind the thighs, calves, outside of the feet. Pull with the biceps, not the shoulders. Bring the head toward the ground. Say hi to Griswold, who wants to practice his down dog. Now let's rise up halfway. And the rest of the way, heels in, toes out. Little goddess pose. Yes, Griswold, you're a good boy. I heard views go up if you have a dog in the video, so he's doing his job, I guess. Reach up, right arm, left arm up and over. A little side body stretch. Straighten the left, spin the heel. Find a side angle. Maybe you want to go a little bit lower this time. Make sure you're dropping the hip, not going low by bending the body. Remember to breathe. And now let's lift it straight up, straighten, triangle to the back of the mat. Reach. Low as you want to go, maybe a little bit lower this time. However low you are, you're still opening. Yes, Griswold, you're a good boy. And now let's look down. Scoot the dog if you have to. Reach down. And now using the back leg to propel you up. Standing L. Remember, when you think that hip is level, it's probably not. Turn it down more. And if you're super cool, float it. Let's set it down. Repeat on the left. Reach up. Chair pose. Put some weight in the heels. If you look down and can't see your toes, you have too much weight forward. Hands center. Shift a little left. Stepping it back right. Nice and easy. Settle in and find your balance. Front leg bent, back leg straight, reach up. Engage, find some comfort in the discomfort. Left arm followed by the right. Revolved side angle. And now let's drop the back heel. Reach to the upper right corner. Warrior dog. Down dog lunge, some people say. Hands in. Stepping it up. Malasana Yogi Squat. Remember to breathe. Let's reach the left hand out in front of the left foot, right arm up. Focus on the yoga, not on the attack dog. And now let's find this Artichandrasana half moon on the left. So shift some weight, lift the right. Keep the right leg up. Sometimes we get here, we get lazy. We want to peel the toes, lift the heel, engage the glute, keep turning. Keep opening the chest. Set it down nice and easy. Quick star pose. Toes forward. Forward fold. Find a grip again. Pull. Anything you can to pull with. Bring that head toward the mat, body between the legs. Let's bring it up halfway. And the rest of the way. Heels in, toes out. Find goddess. Remember to breathe. Low as you can go. Knees apart. Reach up, left under, right over. Little side body stretch. And now spin the heel, straighten the leg. Side angle, right arm up. Maybe this time you reach a little lower if that feels good. Keep dropping the hips though. And now we'll inhale it up. Triangle. Back to the front of the mat. Reach as low as you want. Two straight legs. Adjust your stance if you need to. Left arm up. Remember to breathe. Look down, reach down. Adjust the stance if you need to. Bend the leg if you need to. But if you can keep it straight, try to launch using the back calf. Putting us in standing L. Remember, square the hip. Usually squaring the hip puts a little more tension on the hamstring of the standing leg, and that's what this stretch is. Setting it down. Chair pose, reaching it up. Let's do it one more time, a little bit faster. We'll add some cool stuff. Hands heart center. Remember to breathe. Shifting right, stepping back left. Crescent lunge. Sweeping it down. Revolved side angle. Sweeping it over, drop the back heel. Warrior dog. Hands in, stepping it up. Malasana. It's a fun spot to hit crow while you're hanging out. If you have it, all you do is plug the knees at the triceps or the armpits, lift the hips, shift it up, 1 foot at a time. Crow pose, Kakasana. Fun one to try, great beginning arm balance, or hang out in your Yogi Squat. See if I care. When you're ready, reach it out, reach it up, and transition. Half moon, leg up, arm up, setting it down, side of the mat. Quick star, turn the toes, forward fold. Inhale half, rest of the way, heels in, toes out, goddess. Reach it up, right under, left over, becomes a side angle. Keep reaching, maybe getting a little bit lower, whatever feels good, but drop the hips, bring it out, back of the mat, triangle. Look down, reach down, bump it up. Setting it down. Last side, reach up. Hands heart center, shift weight left. Step back right, crescent. Sweeping the arms, left then right, side angle. Revolve version. Drop the back heel, reach upper right. Warrior dog, down dog lunge. By any name, it feels the same. Hands in, step it up. Malasana. If you want to try Kakasana Crow again, give it a shot. Remember, external rotation of the hands, hips up, hands down, little shift. 1 foot, 2 foot, you're in a crow. If you need help with this, check out my crow tutorial. I have a couple on here somewhere. You just have to browse. If you're hanging out in Malasana, just try to stay compressed. When you're done, reach out left, reach up right. And now let's find half moon. Right leg up, right arm up. Try to keep turning the chest. We want to be sideways in this pose. Much harder than it looks, in my opinion. Let's step it back nice and easy. Quick star pose. Toes forward, forward fold. Find a grip if you want it. Come up halfway. The rest of the way, toes out, heels in, settle in, goddess. Reach up, left under, right over, side angle. Straighten the back leg, turn the heel. Get low if you want it, but drop those hips. Let's bring it up. Triangle to the back of the mat. As low as you like, keeping the body sideways. We're going to look down, reach down, shorten the stance if you need to, bump it up, standing L. Remember to square the hip. And now we're going to set this left foot down behind the right, trying to line up the pinky toes. Going to have a big stretch in the left hamstring. Let it hang. Right foot in front, left foot in back. This is important for my next trick. I may even adjust my position so you can see okay. Hang heavy, reach right, reach left. When you're ready, take your right fingers, grab your shin of your right leg, left hand, left hip. Let's rise up and lift that knee. This might be enough for you. Just try to stand straight, bring your shoulders back over your hips. If you find yourself all bending over, try to have a stance with some integrity to it. If you want the challenge, take those fingers to the toe and maybe pull up. If you want more of a challenge, kick out with that heel, but plug the shoulder back in. And if you're really a hot dog, maybe you wheel that foot out, counterbalance with the left. We'll bring it back to the center. Set it down when we want to, not when we have to. This time, feet together. Shake it out. Now we want the left foot in front, right foot behind. Line up the pinky toes, another forward fold. Settle in. Should be a big stretch on the right side this time. Hang heavy, do what you want with your hands. Find if you reach right or left, this stretch changes. Really intensified when you reach to the left. Remember stretching that left leg. So when you're ready, left fingers, front of the left shin, right hand, right hip, standing up, nice and easy. Bring that knee up. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you practice wheeling the knee out. If it's available and in your practice, peace sign fingers, hook the toe, stand up tall. If you want to give it a try, kick the heel. Maybe you only get like part way out. That's cool. This is so good for your balance. Maybe it goes straight, but try to plug the shoulder back in. And then maybe, just maybe, wheel it out. Counterbalance with the right. Try to keep the hips level. Smile. Take an Instagram photo. Bring it back in and then put it down when you want to, not when you have to. We're going to go wide legs. Little teeny bit more than the hips. Forward fold. Find any grip you want and pull. So maybe that's the toes, maybe that's underneath the feet, maybe that's reaching behind. Maybe you're stiff as a board and it's way the heck up here. It's still a stretch for you. Let's pull. Keep lifting the hips, trying to straighten the legs, pulling with the biceps, not the shoulders. For 3, 2, 1, toes out, heels in. One more yogi squat. Settle in, take an inventory. Think about how much better you feel now than when you started. We're going to find our way to our buns for Baddha Konasana. And then a couple of twists, and then we're done. So however you like to get to your buns, yogi's choice. I like to push up, across my feet. Let's do a little bit of hip work first. So let's have our left foot on top of our right leg. Depending on your flexibility is how far you're going to do this. So maybe it's like barely over here and the leg is up. Maybe it's two legs connected together, kind of fire log style. Either way, you're getting the stretch. So from here, I'm going to peel both toes back and fold forward. I start with a flat back, And when I'm really maxing it out, I let the body hang heavy. Maybe your head goes down, maybe it doesn't. Both hips are stretching here. Usually the top hip has more. And remember, you don't have to be flat with this external rotation of the thighs. You may be way the heck up here, folding forward, still stretching that hip. Settle in. It's a big joint and a big muscle. It takes a lot of time and relaxation to properly stretch. Kind of an easy one though. It's pretty passive. This is primarily gravity doing the stretch for us. And when you're feeling good, only when you're feeling good, bring it up nice and easy. Switch it out. If you had the left on top, put the right on top. There's no right or wrong, there's just right and left. Peel the toes back. Start with a flat back. Fold forward. At some point it's going to max out, and that's when you round it, just like if we're doing half lifts in sun salutation. Drop the head if it serves you. Stay up high if it feels better. Just a hip stretch, no stress. You can move a little bit in this, actually, kind of rolls the joint around all those muscles. If the stillness feels good, well then that's your jam. Remembering to breathe. When you feel even on both sides, only when you feel even, come out nice and easy. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. As close as you can get those heels to the groin. So sometimes I'll actually bump myself in to set that tension. I like to grip 10 toes and then 5 fingers and pull forward with a flat back. So I'm actually trying to point my tailbone away. I'm looking for an anterior tilt. And if you want to test this out and do this posterior tilt right away, you'll find that the stretch is gone. All the tension in the adductors disappears. Pulling forward and down and dropping the knees. If you need to help, push on one knee, then the other, that's cool. If you're so high that you could use your elbows to drive into the calves, also cool. It's all cool in the machine. Just an adductor stretch. Maybe again when you max it out, you can round, loosen up the back a little bit. Remember, most poses, really all poses, have a purpose. Sometimes it's multiple purposes, but really this is about stretching these adductors. And if you find yourself doing something that makes it easier or looser, you're not stretching. So back out, reset it, find the stretch. I like to keep dropping my knees using the strength of the outside of the hip. And when you're feeling good there, let's do a little spinal twist to finish this off. Doesn't really matter where you're sitting. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. I'm going to step my right over my left. Right arm behind presses me up to straighten the back. Sometimes we reach this too far in our backgrounds. The idea of this is to kickstand you up. So when you hook the left elbow and turn, your spine is nice and tall. Spine moves in 6 directions, but we like to do 1 at a time. Trying to look over the right shoulder with the left eye like you're backing out of a parking spot because you got a junky old car like me with no rear camera. That's okay. I think my yoga mat is worth more than my car. There's no shame in my game. Every time you inhale, get a little taller. Every time you exhale, turn a little more for 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it out. Right leg straight, left leg over. Left hand back, push up to straighten the spine. Right arm over. Hook that elbow outside the thigh. Go tall and turn. Try to look behind you with the right eye this time. Inhales make you taller, exhales make you twist. For 3, 2, 1. That, my yogis, is springtime yoga. Beautiful weather coming up. Even if you live someplace cold, it's bound to get warm as summer approaches. Get out, enjoy it, practice the yoga, make it your yoga, add stuff, take away stuff. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the little bell. Namaste and happy spring.
But the whole point of the machine is to relieve you of that suffering.